So welcome to the very first video of the new series of Workshop Wednesday from the Wildway Bushcraft team. If you don't know already, my name's John Bow. I started the company back in 2015. We've got Craig, who's one of the senior instructors, Jack, who is the right-hand man when I'm not about, and Ben, a work experience stroke trainee, stroke instructor, stroke
token foreign
guy. What we thought we'd do, every Wednesday we'll release a little video from my workshop covering kit, our opinions, basic chat. We've got a few beers. We have no idea how this video is going to turn out, so we'll just go from there. So probably a good idea to find out how everybody got involved with Wildway. Start with Ben, put him on the spot.
Oh, thanks. Well, basically, what was it? 2 years ago now? I saw John's ad in the archery shop, called the archery shop, and was cheeky and sent him my CV, and he was like, yeah, sure. He confused me with another Ben, which I think the only reason he let me in, being South African and all.
Yeah, I definitely confused you with another Ben.
Yeah.
You were definitely confused. I was quite surprised when Ben turned up in the woods, having completely spoken and emailed to another Ben, not expecting Ben.
It's because he looks like Benny from Crossroads.
It is, yeah. Or Mr. Potato Head. I know.
It gets worse every time. It gets worse every time.
At the very least, this video will be using anti-bullying campaigns.
Every cloud.
Curriculum.
Yeah, for sure. This, as you've already noticed, is going to be completely different to this is how you light a fire in the woods, or look at this kit, or I've got this brand new knife that I've only used once and it's the best thing ever.
Or be nice to people in general.
Or be nice. We are nice. We're a highly professional bunch of instructors.
Yeah. Cheers.
Jack, you got involved with Wildway relatively at the beginning.
Yeah. I sat behind your truck at a roundabout actually. Thinking about having a go at you for the way you were driving. Didn't, but no, at the time I was looking for a job teaching bushcraft. I've done a lot of teaching in the run up to that in various places. Most notably in this setting was I spent a year in West Sussex working in a woodland down there, doing an apprenticeship in sort of woodland management, greenwood working, that sort of thing, living in the woods. Found myself in Dorset, found myself sat behind Wildway truck at a roundabout, noted the name, booked on a course just to see that they weren't inappropriate. And that was that really. Off for a job and job's alright, yeah.
That was it. And then we've got Craig.
Yeah, it's similar to that actually. I sort of came on one of your courses. It's sort of like I was sort of doing. I've been a scout leader for a long time.
That was it, the Scouts. It was a cooking one, wasn't it?
Yeah, outdoor cooking. Came along to it and just really liked.
John, you were teaching cooking.
Well, no, he was obviously letting me teach.
That's right. I was letting Jack do it, and I was stood in the background too.
Gross. If you've been on a course, you'll realise that's generally the way of the Wildway structure.
Mate, I get paid for what I know, not what I do.
And you know how to delegate.
Yeah, no, it was great. I mean, we built an outdoor oven, did roast pheasant and everything. It was like a really, really great day. So, and then after that, I just liked being in the Wildway environment, sort of like the people. That's when I met you as well that day, and just started coming back, and I've kind of hung around ever since.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What about you, John?
Oh, mine is a sorry story. I started the company, smallest violin in the world. Nice. I started the company after being medically discharged from the military. Basically, I needed to do something to clear the scrambled egg that is essentially my brain from a post-traumatic stress disorder. So I started the company, being in the woods, being out on expeditions, being in wild places. Always a bit of a therapeutic head space to start with, and it just led on to teaching others. And 5 years later, we seem to be doing pretty well, which is good. Take the way we run the company and the way we teach our courses is with a massive dose of humour and self-depreciation and lots of dishing out fun facts about trees and knives and axes.
Yeah.
Try not to take it too seriously because at the end of the day, It is just messing around in the woods. It's not a real job, is it? It's not a real job.
No.
It's not a real job.
Managed to like trick someone into doing my hobby.
Yeah. Hold on, that's me. You've all tricked me into doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
I've tricked my wife into letting me do that. Everyone's a winner.
Yeah, I've got to buy it. It's for work.
It's got, that is the best excuse for kit.
Yeah.
I've got to buy it. Is that a new axe? I don't know what
That's for work.
student.
I'll jump on with that.
Yeah, that is quite actually, genuinely. Jack bought a tarp whilst I was in hospital with cancer recently, and Jack bought a big 4x3 canvas outhouse tarp.
Quite expensive.
Very expensive.
Wait, she's going to watch this.
Oh, yeah.
Is that true?
And John bought it for me.
And I bought it.
He was on his deathbed.
I was lying.
You know what he thought of?
Jack.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He has been really ill.
Yeah. You also got a waterproof pair of trousers out of me lying in hospital as well. I need some waterproof trousers.
Oh no, you offered.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Under morphine and lots of painkillers. Yeah, I'll buy that.
Hey John, I was wondering.
So, highlights of 2019. For me, it was the veteran course that we did. We had 6 veterans in the woods for 7 days, all with diagnosed post-traumatic stress disorder from time served in the military. It touched a nerve with myself, obviously suffering from PTSD and all that sort of jazz. It was great. They got loads out of it.
It was a fantastic week. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was a bit apprehensive at first, to be honest. Actually, not being from a military background, I was a bit like, what's this going to be like? You know. But it was amazing, and it was very eye-opening for me to see what these people have been through, and not just what they've been through, but how they were dumped afterwards. But aside from that, just seeing them in the woods and seeing how much they got out of it, it was just absolutely brilliant. I mean, one of the guys hadn't slept properly all through the night for about 5 years, so he told us. And we got him in the woods, and on the 3rd day, he turned around to me in the morning and was like, that was the first time in 5 years I've slept through the night. Now, I don't profess to say that was all down to Wildway Bushcraft. That was the environment he was in massively. Absolutely,
It might have had something to do with your jokes.
Yeah,
probably had a lot to do with my dude. Yeah, probably. But that being in the woods and having busy hands makes a quiet mind. The tasks that we were given him, we were doing bow making and carving, firelighting, bit of foraging, some tracking. They had projects to do, things like pot hanging, stuff to just keep them going and busy and focused on something else. And they're great. They bonded really quickly. They're a real good bunch of guys and girls. There was one girl on there as well. So yeah, that's probably my highlight. Definitely highlight of the year in regards to courses that we've run. And they're coming back next year. Well, a different cohort. We've got 10 this year. From a charity called Supporting Wounded Veterans, which they helped me out massively when I first started. They're integral to the woodland that we've got at Romsey, thanks to their contacts, and I'm now an ambassador for them. So coming from someone who was in a very, very dark place back in 2015 to sitting around in the woods and teaching and passing on all this knowledge to people that were in my position or are in my position back from years ago is great. It's been really rewarding for me. I don't know what anybody else is. We've been all over the place, haven't we? It's really good.
Yeah.
Sweden.
Yeah, Sweden was absolutely epic, complete, fantastic. Dream come true, really. Sweden, I've been there before, but the opportunity to go there, in a work setting and take a group of kids. We took, was it 16 16-year-olds. Which
sounds hellish, but
they
were alright.
They were brilliant. We were there for 7 days, 5 on the trail, 1 either side, and it was just fantastic. I mean, Sweden is a stunning country, perfect for bushcraft, canoeing, camping, crafts. Yeah, it was just a wonderful, wonderful trip.
They were great as well, weren't they?
The kids were brilliant. Seeing them, they were a very close knit group of kids as well to start with, but seeing how they went from day one, it it was just phones. It was just phones. At the airport, we flew out with them. Phones, headphones, headphones. Then we took all their phones off them before the trip started, and it was like sort of taking, we're going to have your leg for the rest of the 5 days. Yeah. And one of the 2 highlights of the trip for me, one of them was at the end of the trip when we gave their phones back, and some sort of comments by a couple of the kids when they first turned their phone on, and this sort of uncomfortable shock and glare at it, and almost seeing it in a different light, which I found fantastic.
Yeah, man. They were Steiner educated kids.
That's right.
Ben actually was the reason we got this reading job. So although we take the mick out of him furiously, he's really is an integral part to paying my mortgage.
I'm just bragging.
Ben went to the same school as those guys, Steiner Education. So you can probably tell us a bit about their sort of mindset.
Oh, it's the whole Steiner philosophy is trying to work with the kind of the growth of the child. The idea is there are certain points in the child's life where they need to learn certain things, rather than what conventional schooling does, which is force feed the children information. Steiner tries to encourage children like a hunger for learning and self-learning. So by the end of it, they can do their own research, they do their own projects. And Steiner gets a bad rap for a lot of reasons. But universities really like Steiner kids because most conventionally schooled kids really battle with the transition from kind of spoon-fed learning into university learning, where they've got to do a lot of their own work, whereas Steiner kids have been doing that basically from the beginning.
Yeah, man, that really showed. Like you would think they were really lazy at points where they would stay in bed till, they were getting up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon sometimes.
Yeah, I'll forgive them for being teenagers for that, but yeah.
But then when they were on it, when they wanted to do something, they were all over it. I mean, they were out swimming in the lakes, they were catching fish. It was freezing. It was catching fish, going out fishing, making bark containers. They were on it. They were digging up roots,
and that was on top of just the day-to-day living. You know, having to keep the fire going, cook the meals, keep themselves happy.
Another massive part of Steiner is the practical side of things. So both boys and girls do handwork, so needlework, knitting, that kind of stuff.
And they had a forge. They were telling me about their forge teacher.
Yes, mate, that is amazing. I've seen that.
Yeah, I had double maths and science. What's all that? What are you doing today? Going to the forge? Knock up a knife? What are you doing? Double maths. Learning algebra that I've never needed ever. What about for you then? Oh, accreditation.
Yeah, well, that's more recently. I mean, that's happened sort of like fairly recently for Wildway, and I'd say that's a definite highlight for the company.
Yeah.
Wildway's been accredited to IOL, or Institute for Outdoor Learning, for a number of years, and we've just gone through the accreditation process to gain the NCFE authorization.
So NCFE accredited centre for delivering bespoke qualifications. Excuse me. Our weekend level 2 course in bushcraft and wilderness living skills, or bushcraft skills and wilderness living. So we can now give out a nationally recognised qualification. That's a whole different subject to whether you think bushcraft should be qualified or handed down, yada 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 through the ages. It isn't. It hasn't been. We've lost that connection. Schools like ours that obviously pick it back up and run with it, but. That's a different.
I'd say sort of like even if you don't feel that you need to sort of like to have a qualification at the end of the course, I think for me what the NCFE accreditation for Wildway does is it gives the clients, to be a bit serious for a second, it gives the clients a bit more of an assurance of the quality of the kind of teaching that they're going to get. Yeah. Because the accreditation process was a tough process to go through. They don't just give those accreditations out, so you kind of know. If you come to a Wildway course, the kind of level of support and level of teaching that you're going to get from us guys. So I'm really pleased and really proud of the company for attaining that.
Yeah, man, that was cool. That's that would have been a goal, because we both went through the same company years ago doing our instructors sort of package, and they were NCFE qualified or registered, and it was always a goal to we're gonna hit that NCFE stuff, just to set a standard and know that prove to people that we are within a certain standard, and not just sort of making it up as we go along. We haven't just watched a few Bear Grylls and Ray Mears videos and then we're just parroting stuff back. So it was that's pretty cool.
But I think it's also useful for ourselves that we know what we are teaching is also to the same standard that other people within an NCFE are as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's nice. You think you're good. It's nice to have someone say, "Yeah, you are good."
Yeah, you do actually know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Ben's highlight of the year.
Oh, South Africa winning one Rugby World Cup. Definitely.
And still being able to remain here.
And still having a job. It's amazing.
It took a couple of days in the consulate, but you're still here.
You did threaten to fire me. That was your first response.
You sent me some ridiculous meme out of Lord of the Rings saying that the South Africans were coming, unlucky. And I just replied with, "You're fired." Yeah, man, that was. I have to say that game though, that South Africa massively deserved it. They did. They fair play. You won. Next subject.
How about the festivals we've been to?
Yeah, festivals. River Cottage was pretty cool. It was. That was a reoccurring gig. Over to River Cottage Music Festival, Food Festival. We were a bit of a sort of entertainment, bushcraft. We did some spoon carving workshops, archery ranges for the kiddies,
Natural cordage,
natural cord making,
firelighting demos,
deer butchery. That was mega. Deer butchery.
We used the new stretch tent as well this year. Which
that's gone down really well.
That's fantastic for when we do.
Anyone sees us at festivals or outdoor events in the future, we have this mega shelter. Which is really easy to put up. It's all good. Yeah, man, the stretch tent's mega. I like that. Basket weaving, rush weaving with that woman that wrote the Birch book.
Anna Lewington, who's written a book. If you haven't got it, it's worth reading. It's called Birch. Fantastic book, amazing book. And Anna's a great teacher.
Yeah, so
she came, after you.
Yeah, she came down on a course, didn't she? She came down to teach us how to weave with rush. That was really cool. I tried to do it in this workshop, and the scent it gives off is proper heady. You don't want to, you can't do it in here. It's definitely an outdoor gig. That it is. Yeah.
Soporific, I think the word is.
Soporific.
Is that right?
Word of the day.
Well, I don't know.
I'm going to just nod and say yes.
You're pretty good, Ben. You're normally with me on the intellectual sense of things.
Really? Like big words. Big words.
It's like a dictionary corner over here, isn't it?
Well,
Soporific. What's it mean?
Well, bringing on a stupor, like it makes you like, ooh.
Like booze.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey! Fair enough. I'll to be better to explain now. I am so soporific.
Although I might have got it wrong, so it'd be worth checking.
Oh, right. So highlights of the year, that was good.
It's been a great year. It's been brilliant.
What's coming up next year? We'll get Christmas and New Year out of the way, and then straight back into it in January with some team building for a Taekwondo school. They want some they want some bushcraft stuff doing for the day, so that's that. That's the first job, 7th of January.
Oh, that's going to be
chilly.
Is it overnight or just today?
Just today.
We're right. Won't be too bad.
And then it kind of kicks off from there. And we've got 2 intermediate weeks coming up. One in April, one for the veterans, and one for the winter. So this time next year.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah. All right.
Great.
I might put leave for that. They'll all be NCFE'd as well, won't they?
Yeah, they will be. Yeah.
Lots of paperwork to get through, but we are canoeing in River Spey, canoeing Great Caledonian Canal. We're going back to Sweden with the Steiner School. All the normal weekends, and then you're designing a cooking course.
Sort of outdoor cookery course for sort of autumn time.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Build a smoker.
Look at where preserving meats and
berries.
a bit of foraging.
Yeah, that's your little thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Built on. You heard nothing. The biltong, man. Yeah, Ben makes a mean biltong.
Kept me going in Sweden. I appreciate that.
Fun fact: difference between biltong and jerky.
Jerky smoked, biltong isn't smoked.
Biltong's
Biltong's just air dried.
I thought it was going to be more impressive than that.
Yeah, so did I.
Well, This.
I thought that was
I'm
going to
really
be more
sorry.
tip than that.
I wish it was going to be. Yeah, it was good. I didn't get to eat the last lot of biltong you made because my dog ate it all.
Yeah.
All like 6 massive flip-flop sized pieces. She ate a lot.
And 2 jam tarts.
Oh, and 2 jam tarts.
And a whole
chorizo.
And my bloody sandwiches.
Yeah, all on the same day.
Yeah. Those of you that have been on course and met Hazel will understand that, yeah, she is one fat dog. What else is going on this year or next year? Residentials. Bushcraft residentials for schools. What an amazing thing they are. We had 90 kids in the woods last time on 2 different sites.
I found my first grey hair after that.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of kids in the woods. They all love it though.
Yeah,
And they're all
absolutely.
coming back next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to be a good year. All the normal courses as well.
Yeah, and all the courses are slowly, they're all NCFE accredited.
Yeah.
They will be, as we work through sort of like the paperwork process for all that. So
Yeah, because that's what I started to become a bushcraft instructor for, was to sit at the computer and type lesson plans after lesson plans after risk assessment. But yeah, that's all good. What we're going to do, take 2 minutes, grab a cup of tea, and we'll come back with some more ramblings about bushcraft and kit in the next half. Right, back we are. So, bit of kit then that we use regularly. Trangia 27, keeping it old school.
yeah.
You go for it.
Yeah,
Go,
no
go.
worries. Well, this of all the bits of kit that I own, the Trangia 27 is my favourite bit of kit that I always seem to come back to. It's quite bulky and weighs about 1 kilo, so it's not the lightest thing in the world, but it's got everything in there that you could possibly need. So there's 2 bowls, there's a kettle in there, it's windproof. This particular model with the black frying pan at the top is the non-stick version. I've tried different sort of burners and things. I've got the MSR Pocket Rocket, things like that, which is good.
Is that
for
what
sort
they're
of-
calling it now?
Yeah, yeah, which is
I've
which
got
is.
a pocket rocket.
But the Pocket Rocket's less good for like a. It's good for a day sack and things like that. But if you're sort of like at camp for any length of time, I always have this with me. I bought mine probably a couple of years ago, and I use it. I always have it with me when I come to camp. So whenever I'm at Wildway on a Wildway weekend, I've always got it. I make my tea with it or my coffee with it in the morning. I cook my dinner with it in the evening. What I particularly like about the Trangia is I know how much fuel I've got. So sort of like when I'm using sort of like the gas canisters and things, I know you can get sort of like different sort of like reader things that you can put on the canister and see sort of like how full they are now. But I don't know, I just like being able to open a bottle and look in and go, I've got that much meths left. I know whether I need to top up or something.
Yeah.
It's also good in real cold weather, so sort of like I use it all winter. You know, we camp out all the way through the winter, even when it's snowing and stuff, and I never have any problems getting this lit. Whereas sort of like gas cannons and stuff like that can sometimes let you down.
It does have gas, but it does come with a gas burner. Though,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
well, yeah, it does. I mean, I know you use
It's
it.
noisy though. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I don't like about it. Is it's just
Yeah.
you wake up in the morning and the birds are
It
singing and the
does
sun's
spoil
going,
the
and then all of a
morning,
sudden
yeah.
you get
However,
I
it's
don't use it.
extremely
efficient.
Yeah.
at times when you're like, you know what, I just need a brew.
But
Yeah.
I never use the gas cannon, so I still only use the mess. Even sort of like first thing in the morning. It is a little bit slower. I don't know. I think there's just something pure about it. I think sort of like I just like the fact that there aren't really any parts that you can break on it. It's not going to let you down, sort of like while you're out and about.
I've never used one until I saw yours.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm going to give that a go because I was using like the MSR windproof stoves, and it was just and then you take your billy can, and then you take a trivet to cook on the fire, and that's like then you take a bowl to eat out of, and that was just all one big.
That's the thing. I mean, when you look at it, it is quite bulky, but then when you start thinking, you don't need to take. You don't need to take a billy can and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
actually...
And also, testament to Trangia, the first time I saw one was in Sweden, funny enough. And I was in like a hardware store, which are to a penny over there.
Yeah.
And I was looking for something, and this old boy came in, and I mean old, like he must have been 80 or something like that. And he walked up to the counter, and he got his bag off his back, and he pulled out this Trangia, and it was like an original model from it was just so old and so battered. And he was just like, there was just one little bit, and the guy was like, oh yeah, fix that.
Yeah.
Done, and off he went. He's probably had it for 70 years.
That's it,
There's
yeah.
nothing that can go wrong with it, and that's what you want out of kit.
It's amazing this day and age that they're still in business.
Yeah.
With the amount of how robust that kit or that kit is.
The thing is, it's like most traditional kit that's been used for years. There's a reason it was used for years.
Yeah.
It's just
It works.
good. It works. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Absolutely.
Because yours isn't the black one, isn't it? Yours is.
No, yeah, I've not got the non-stick one. Yeah, so this is yours.
This is my personal one.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is non-stick. Craig's isn't. So this one, my one, is better than Craig's.
But saying that,
Which is the most important thing of any bit of kit is that it's better than Craig's.
saying that though, I've got the non-stick version, and I've never had a problem with anything sticking in it. So sort of like I've done sausages and everything in it, and it's not stuck. I've not needed it. It's just brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. The kettle in it's fantastic. It holds. I've got sort of like my mug that I use sort of like when I'm out and about. It's probably just over half a litre, and it fills that easily.
Yeah, it's good. Man, it's great. I haven't got a bad word to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're great, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They're brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant.
They're brilliant. I mean, again, I've got other stoves and things like that, and I've tried to move away from them just to try other things. But it's the one thing I always come back to.
Yeah.
And it's the one bit of kit that I've got. It doesn't matter whether it's hammocks or anything. I always seem to. This is the one thing that I own
It's
that I always seem to have with me.
It is that one thing that is squaddy proof or bomb proof.
50 quid.
Yeah.
50 quid. I mean, it's one of the best 50 quids I've ever spent, I think.
I think we can. Yeah, that's definitely. It's not much. You can use the bowls on the campfire as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, it's ideal. It is great.
Yes. Lid is like a frying pan. It's a plate.
Yeah.
It's everything.
There's not much else to say about it. Wow, we've agreed on a bit of kit. Transiger 27. Keeping it old new school.
Absolutely.
So yeah, there's a reason the Swedish Army use it. And mate, if it's good enough for DV, do you know what I mean? Good enough for kids traipsing around the countryside. It's good enough for highly skilled professionals.
That's right.
Messing around in the woods, teaching people stuff.
I know. Just one more thing. I know I will be using mine next time I go out in the woods. It's that type of bit of kit. I know I'm going to use it next time I go out.
Yeah, and the best thing is that Craig looked at mine and saw that it was dirty, and he's volunteered to take it home and clean it for me because his OCD just gets inside me.
Always hiring people with OCD and who need visas. On business sense.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Richard Branson, he's got nothing going on. Yeah, Trangiers.
Trangier 27.
Done. That was the very first episode of Workshop Wednesday. I forgot what it was called.
I thought I was missing out on a
Workshop Wednesday.
Oh, that's been done.
No, that's coming down,
copy that.
Right, hashtag, but not allowed. Yeah, so that was the first episode of Workshop Wednesday. We're gonna, I'll do my very, very best to release one every Wednesday. Sometimes
every Wednesday or one a month.
Every Wednesday.
I'm paying me then.
If they let me finish, it won't always be with the four of us because I'm not paying people to be here. So sometimes it'll be a couple of us, sometimes it'll be just me, sometimes it'll be all four of us, depending on whether Jack is allowed out of the house without receiving money for friendship. In all seriousness, somewhere around here there'll be a like, share, subscribe button. So subscribe to the channel, share it, click that little notification bell because if you don't, YouTube's just changed its settings where you'll never find out even though you subscribe. Spread the word. If you like it, leave a comment. See you in the woods. Take care. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye.